Hello, my name is Emery and I'm with Emery and Company. We specialize in green building construction. These homes in the background are the very first two EarthCraft Platinum homes to be built here in Athens. EarthCraft is just a green building program that focuses on a more comfortable, energy efficient, durable home. And as you can see as we go through the video, I'll highlight those features that make them unique, which ultimately translates into the homeowner saving a lot of money in perpetuity due to their low energy bills. Well, to start with, let's look at what's behind me is a dumpster, but that's not your traditional dumpster. It's all the content inside that dumpster is destined to be recycled, at least 40%. The two canisters to the side, one is a recycling bin for plastic bottles and cans, and the other one is for regular trash. Okay, one of those features that I mentioned earlier is that this slab is sitting on a 4-inch bed of gravel, and it's got a vapor barrier on it, which basically what you're doing is killing possible migration of water into your living space. The same thing as you can see in this sign here. And you've got another sign that shows that we actually have a drain tile going around the house, protecting the house from water intrusion. Well, the EarthCraft building program, house building program, actually rewards the builder for being resourceful in the use of material. These homes, I chose to build it on a panelized system, meaning that very little framing actually took place on site. As you can see on this diagram here, those walls were pre-assembled off-site in a warehouse control environment, thus reducing waste and maximizing the time of labor. Now, you can see a green board. That green board that you see in that sign and this one is actually an OSB that's been coated, which allows me as a builder not to use the house wrap. I find that it's more effective to keep the outdoor environment out by actually using this kind of product instead of the typical house wrap, which tends to tear and wear as you go and put your cornice inside. Now, another issue here with the programs is again keeping that water out, because that would jeopardize your indoor air quality and the quality of the air that you breathe. To accomplish that, the program focuses on having properly flashed windows and valleys and roof, just to kick out that water and send that water where it needs to go. In addition to that, all the exteriors of these homes have been built with non-rot material. Basically, there are a lot of fiber cement material for siding, trim. This piece that I'm holding here is a PVC, a composite material, making it a maintenance-free home. Now, everything needs to be maintained, but at least for the next 5-6 years, when the homeowner takes ownership of this home, it's a matter of just painting.
Cool.
Okay, well, now we're inside the house, so let's continue going up as with the framing. We'll show you the different advanced framing techniques that were used for the construction of this house. Okay, so let's talk about the California corners. Basically, this is a way of framing your corners such that you can put insulation in a place that typically you would have an air pocket, as illustrated in this diagram. Another framing technique is using 24 on center studs instead of 16. What you're doing is reducing the use of lumber in your house. Well, another technique is in your non-load-bearing walls, instead of framing with your conventional header, you just go ahead and do this detail because you don't have to transfer loads in this scenario. Similar to your California corners, you do this T-wall assembly here, which allows you to put insulation behind this stud, which typically would be a solid block of wood behind it. Another feature of this house is that all the concrete that was used has a 25% content of fly ash. Basically, we replaced cement with the fly ash to use this byproduct from power companies. Now let's talk a little bit about your building envelope, which is, you know, your exterior walls and the insulation that makes that building assembly. This detail that I'm pointing out up to is proper blocking where you have an attic space and conditioned space. What you're doing there is making sure that air does not circulate on your floor system. Continuing with your building envelope, this green program encourages you to use high efficient windows. This spray applied paper-based insulation is a great product because it does allow to fill the entire cavity of the wall, enhancing the performance of this wall as a building assembly. You don't have to cut through wires or have voids between your receptacles. Air sealing is part of your proper building envelope, so a key to any green building program is properly sealing any penetration through your top plates, bottom plates, or anything where there's a potential of outdoor air coming into your house. Continuing with your building envelope, in this case where we have knee walls, it's better practice to first increase the framing member to 2x6. And in this case, I chose to put a rigid foam board behind the knee wall to increase the R value of the house from R19 to an R22. Así bueno, pues. This house actually excels in their HVAC system. As we were saying, building a tight house, you need to be cautious on bringing fresh air supply into your house. This unit is hooked up with a fresh air intake that is controlled with a damper, so you can bring that fresh air. Also, this unit is a high efficiency unit with a 15.3 SEER designation. In addition, many of the main trunk line, both supply and return, are ducted, and we minimize the use of flex duct system in here. Now in here you can see on top of me a baffle that you put on the exterior walls. The purpose of that baffle is to direct the wind up to the roof decking and not to your insulation that eventually would be in the roof, because it creates wind washing, and with time you will have all this area, that insulation peeled back. Also, you can see this big fan on top of me. This is a Energy Star bathroom exhaust fan that performs better than your conventional bathroom fan. And then looking through this window, you can see that we've used Energy Star qualified shingles for the roofing on these homes, which allows you to have a much cooler attic, reducing your energy bills. Well, now that pink board that you see behind the tub is actually to have proper insulation behind your tub. That's been a theme in construction where the plumber puts in the tub and it's difficult to insulate behind the tub and put an air barrier. So by doing this, you control that problem. Since we're on plumbing fixtures, this house, it's going to have WaterSense label fixtures, and low flow shower heads, fixtures, and toilets are going to be dual flush toilets. Another feature of this house is that it's going to have an Energy Star advanced lighting package. What that means is that most of the entire light fixtures are going to have an integrated ballast built into it. That way the homeowner and builder is guaranteed that that light bulb, when it burns, it's going to be replaced by a compact fluorescent light and not your conventional light bulb. All of these green building programs, EarthCraft, are third-party verified, and they come in and do certain inspections and testing. This equipment that you see here is a duct blaster test, which basically is you use to check how leaky your duct system is. Well, thank you for sharing some time with me. We'll update you as construction progresses in these two homes. If feel free to contact me or my sales agent. My name is Luis Imery, and you could go to emeryandcompany.com. Thank you for your time. And Veronica Imery with CJNL, and you can check her out as well on their webpage.